it's Mary Ellen from the channel Sensational After 60, and I am not sweet, and I can prove it. This has been something that's been pretty interesting to me. Yesterday, I sent 15 individual text messages to my friends. I said, good morning, whoever it was. I wonder if you could do me a favor. Off of the top of your head, would you send me 5 adjectives that would describe me? I couldn't believe how many people responded within a minute. It was like boing, boing, and that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, Jim said, are you asking for compliments? Is that what you're doing? And I said, no. I had asked Jim and my sister to answer that, and it was just real interesting what they said. But what I want you to know is out of 85 adjectives to describe me, only one person mentioned sweet, and that's my first cousin who lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Deb is her name. I grew up seeing Deb every single year, and she said sweet, so that's the only person. What was interesting to me is complimentary things regarding my looks and my intelligence and caring and compassionate were the number one that I received, and they were tied. Another 3-way tie went to loyal, nurturing, and confident. Got a lot of encouraging, which I think goes with nurturing. But anyway, just kind of a very interesting, very interesting experiment. The people I texted were, 8 of them were lifelong friends, 2 of them were my sisters, 2 of them were my children, and the rest of them were people that I have met in the past 30 years. So it was really interesting. I have to tell you what my children said. I just, because that was so interesting to me. My daughter said I was smart, beautiful, kind, caring, and inquisitive. Yes, very inquisitive. Now listen to this. My 40-year-old son said I was caring, passionate, giving, exquisite, and classy. I mean, what a wonderful, wonderful compliments from your children. So you guys ought to try that sometime, because it is interesting to see what people think of you. So I am tagging each and every one of you to do this, whether you have a channel or whether you don't. Send text messages to a certain number of your friends and see what comes back to you. I heard from every single one with the exception of one person that was on vacation. Only one person asked me why I asked them that, and that was after they answered. Please let me know if you did this, and if you do videos, let me know so I can watch yours. And of course they weren't going to give me any negative. No one was going to say anything hateful. The adjectives describing me were mainly character. That is, and I love that. I love that. So now I'm going to continue and answer some of the questions that I received, and I haven't looked at them, so of course I'm going to do them cold. Before I go on, I want to tell you that I have on Pure Joy lipstick from It Vitality Flash Lip Stains. I love it. When I wear navy, I wear a lot of purple. And then I also have on the Je ne sais quoi. I call it gradient or ombre colors, but that's what I have on my cheek. I don't have on any highlighter or anything like that. Or concealer. I just have on my It CC cream, my eyeliner, some purple eyeshadow. Yeah, that's what I've got on. So to the questions. Terry Gigi asks, what is your favorite part of getting older? There are so many things that I love, Terry. It's hard to say. I think the biggest luxury is not having a schedule. I love that. I just look forward to every single day. I have another question from another YouTuber, and this was my toughest question, and I had the most thought about this. She's in her 20s and she finds it hard to focus on today instead of worrying about if she's making the right choices for her future. She wants to be grateful for the current moments. What advice would you have not to be overwhelmed by the future? Wow. This was really, really hard because I had to go back to my mindset of when I was in my 20s. First of all, I think an excellent book to read would be one by F. Scott Peck called The Road Less Traveled. It was very helpful to me. I read it and it helped me a lot. It really did, with my parenting, with delayed gratification, with a lot of things like that. But I think realizing that no matter what happens, this is just a day in your life, not your lifetime, whatever's going on. I think that it's always important to have goals, but it's also so important to stop every day and think about what you have accomplished. I think life is absolutely a journey. I see where what happened to me when I was in my 20s affected my path. And it was in a positive way, because I learned from every mistake that I made. I really did. I learned from the first time I put in a zipper upside down. I guarantee you, anytime I put a zipper in clothing, I never made that mistake again. Learning from your mistakes, literally being think about what's going on that day. Count your blessings every single day. Enjoy the journey. Be grateful for everything. You may think you know what road you're going to be taking, and you can have detours. And those detours are exciting, and learn from them. Concentrate on all of your wonderful qualities. I don't know if I answered this or not, but I think taking time each day to reflect upon that day, thinking about all the things you're grateful for, and then just continue making strides for your future. And be open to change a little along the way. There were so many things that I thought I wanted to do when I was in my 20s, when I was in my teens. And you know what? Everything that I have ever done in my life has led me to where I am today. That may be good and that may not be good. But those are my questions for today, and but only Deb thinks I'm sweet out of 85 adjectives. So I see that on my comments a lot. They'll say, "You are so sweet." And I think, no, I'm really not sweet. I'm the kind of person that somebody who wants an honest opinion, they will come to me and I will definitely give them an honest opinion. I really want to thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day, and it's all good. It's all very good. Thank you very much.